Hello, friends. Our story today is called Duck on a Tractor by David Shannon. David Shannon is the author and the illustrator of this book. Duck on a Tractor. There it is. Down on the farm, Duck sometimes got wild ideas. One day he decided he could ride a bike. So he did. Then he spotted the tractor. "I bet I can drive a tractor," he said. The other animals weren't so sure, but they all said, "Well, if he can ride a bike, maybe he could drive a tractor too." What do you guys think? Do you think it's a good idea for that duck to drive the tractor? I don't know if I'd like that. Duck climbed on the tractor and looked around. He pushed some pedals and wiggled a metal stick, but nothing happened. Then the shiny piece of metal by the steering wheel caught his eye. He pulled it out. He pushed it in. He turned it. All of a sudden, the tractor shook and coughed and rumbled. It began to move. At first, it moved very slowly, and it jerked a lot, but it was fun. Duck drove around the barnyard until he got the hang of it. Then he stopped in front of the other animals. "Climb on, everybody!" Duck shouted. Do you think you would climb on that tractor with a duck driving? What do you think? Do you think that's a good idea? What do you think his friends are going to do? Let's make a prediction. Are they going to get on there with the duck? I don't think I would get on there. Would you? Dog was first. He jumped right up next to Duck. "Woof," said Dog. But what he thought was, "We are going for a ride." To everyone's surprise, Cow clambered on next. "Moo," said Cow. But what she thought was, "This is the silliest thing I've ever done." Pig and Pig took a seat in the back. "Oink," said Pig and Pig. But what they thought was, "This sure beats walking." Where do you think they were walking to? I wonder. Then came Chicken, Mouse, and Goat. "Squawk," said Chicken. But what she thought was, "Last one on is a rotten egg." "Squeak," said Mouse. But what she thought was, "I can see everything from up here." "Meh," said Goat. But what he thought was, "I'm hungry. Does the garbage dump have a drive-through window?" So Goat wants to eat the garbage. Would you eat garbage? I don't think I would eat garbage. Next up were Horse and Cat. Cat jumped up gracefully onto the tractor. Horse, not so much. "Meow," said Cat. But what she thought was, "I was going to take a nap. But this should be very interesting." "Nay," said the horse. But what he thought was, "I think I'd rather walk." Do you think that horse fits on that tractor? What do you think? It looks a little big to me. How do you think the other friends that are on the tractor are feeling right now? I bet they're squished. The only one left on the ground was Sheep. "Bah," said Sheep. But what she thought was, "This is too dangerous. I'm with you there, Sheep." "Get on, Sheep," everyone shouted. But Sheep wouldn't budge, so Duck started driving away without her. "Wait," cried Sheep. "Don't leave me here all alone." She ran after the tractor and took a flying leap onto it. "Quack," yelled Duck. But what he thought was, "Woohoo!" Do you think Duck is enjoying taking his friends on a ride? I think he's having a good time. Duck steered the tractor down the lane and out onto the main road, and before long, they were driving right through the middle of town. It was lunchtime, so most people were in the diner. They all looked up when Duck and the other animals passed by the big window. What do you think those people are thinking when they see these friends coming by on a tractor? What would you think if you saw them coming by on a tractor? Oh my goodness, do you think they can believe their eyes? I don't think I could believe my eyes. A little boy named Edison was having lunch with his grandma. "Did you ever?" Grandma gasped. But what she thought was, "A duck on a tractor? That's impossible." "That's totally awesome," Edison shouted. But what he thought was, no one's gonna believe this. Marcine, the waitress, looked up from her pad and noticed Cat. Heavens to Betsy, she exclaimed. But what she thought was, I like cats. Deputy Bob blabbered, if that don't be all. But what he thought was, how am I going to explain this to the sheriff? Look at all of those people. How do you think they feel? Do you think they're happy or surprised at what they're seeing? I think I would be surprised. A man named Otis chimed in. I must be seeing things. But what he thought was, oh no, not again. Holy cow, hollered Manny the cook. But what he thought was, holy cow. Manny usually said exactly what he thought. The mayor almost choked on his pie. Good gravy, he sputtered. But what he thought was, those pigs are even fatter than I am. Corky just whistled, but what he thought was, that duck is smarter than he looks. Gwen came out of the restroom. Would you look at that, she exclaimed. But what she thought was, I can't see a thing without my glasses. Farmer Odell observed, that's a dang nice tractor. But what he thought was, hey, that's my tractor. Huh. What do you think he's going to do? Do you think he's going to be happy or mad? I think he might be a little bit mad that the animals took his tractor. He decided he'd be better go after it and ran out the door. Everyone else ran out too and chased after him. There they all go. Hasten down that tractor. By this time, Duck had turned onto the next street. The tractor shuddered to a stop. Duck tried turning the shiny little piece of metal again. Nothing happened. I don't know much about spelling, said Doug, but I think the E means it's the end of our ride. Sheep cleared her throat. You know, she said, I think we might get into trouble for this. Let's get out of here, yelled Duck, just as Farmer Odell and everyone from the diner came around the corner. Does anybody know what that E really means? Does it mean end of the ride? I don't know. Maybe ask your moms and dads what that E means. Look at all their faces. How are they feeling? What do you think? They see that tractor? Do you think they see the animals? The animals were going to take off. Look, it's all by itself. It says everyone burst out laughing. Nah, they said it couldn't have been. It was an optical illusion, exclaimed Otis. Farmer Odell said he must have left his tractor riding by accident. I guess that explains it, Deputy Bob agreed. Then they all went back to the diner to finish their lunch. So what happened to the animals? Where do you think they went? Do you think they went home? I don't know. And no one ever admitted on that day they had seen a cow, a goat, a cat, a dog, a sheep, a chicken, a horse, 2 pigs, a mouse, and a duck on a tractor. See, look at them. They're all back at the farm. And that's the end. Well, my friends, that was so much fun. And we will be back tomorrow with another book. I hope you enjoyed it. I'm wishing you well.